What's up, YouTube? It is your boy, Coach Bobby, and I'm here to show you some of my favorite yoga poses. Please, if you try them, let me know what you think about them. These are some that I do pretty much every day. I generally do them pre-workout and post-workout just to kind of keep me limber, especially after exerting my muscles in such a way of lifting, running, jumping, a lot of high intensity interval training. So I try to just close out my workout with some good yoga stretches. I'm gonna show you these. Let me know what you think about them. Like, comment, subscribe, and give me some feedback. I really appreciate it. The first one I'm gonna go into is a forward fold, but right from here, whenever you're in this position, you just wanna breathe, right? So I'm breathing, gathering my energy and my momentum, and then I'm gonna come up into a breath, and then I'm just gonna exhale all the way down into that forward fold. And right when I'm in this forward fold, I'm just gonna stay here. Now what you can do is you can reach down as far as you can, whether you're touching your toes, your ankles. You can also bring it up higher to your knees if that's as far as you can reach, or you can just rest your hands on your shins. You just wanna make sure that you're using this stretch as much as you can, or if you're super flexible, you can bring your hands to the floor. But just in this stretch, just stay within this forward fold and just breathe through it. I generally like to do this one for a few breaths, and then I come back up. My next position that's a favorite of mine is the full-on plank. So in the full-on plank, you wanna kind of build heat and build energy. You wanna check your arms, you wanna initiate joint stacking. My shoulder should be over my elbow and it should be over my wrist. And you should do that with both your arms. So you kind of want to pay attention as you're moving through this stretch. You can also rotate, which I do. I rotate through just to kind of help me build energy. It also kind of kills time, as sometimes these poses can seem long, especially if you haven't been doing them for a while. So I kind of just rotate through, just make sure that you are very careful when you're moving through with your joints. And just stay here, build that heat, build that energy. And then from here, I'm going to transition into a downward dog. Now the downward dog is another favorite that I like. When you do come into the downward dog, you want your feet about shoulder width apart, or pretty much hip width apart. You want your heels to touch the ground if they can. If not, you can kind of have the heels up just a little bit, and then you can just walk it right back out to that full-on plank. Now here, we're going to go into this deep lunge, right? So arms are gonna come up and you're gonna breathe. Remember that your arms should be parallel with your ears, or as close as you can get them. Your knee, your trailing knee is on the ground. And while your trailing knee is on the ground, you're gonna be holding this pose. Breathe through it, bring the hands to the ground. Go ahead and transition, bring that knee up. All right, now that we've transitioned, you bring that trailing knee down for support. And bring those arms up and breathe through it. Remember that your arms are gonna be as close to your ears as possible. Remember, breathe, hold your focus, hold your form, count your breaths if you need to. You just need to focus and get through this pose. Bring your hands back down, and then we transition out of that stretch. Now from here, another stretch that we have that's a favorite of mine, of course, is the warrior. So in this warrior, you kind of want to set yourself up. So it's different from the lunge that we just did because your trailing knee is not on the ground. Your trailing knee is actually straight, or as straight as you can get it. And you're gonna bring your hands down to transition, bring that other leg back, bring the other leg to the front, transition up. You're holding up all of your weight. Arms are up as close to your ears as you can get them, as straight as you can get them, and you're breathing through as you transition through this pose. Breathe, bring the hands down, transition that leg back. I'm transitioning back into a warrior, just so you can see it. Remember, once you get into the stretch, you kind of want to sink down so you can get a deeper stretch. The deep stretch helps engage the muscles. We bring the hands back down, we transition. Now we're gonna go into our child's pose. This is one of my favorites. It definitely is just a pose where you can come back, relax, stretch out your shoulders, your back, your elbows, your arms, your hands. You're just resting here. This is a great pose, especially after doing a yoga session. Now there's gonna be a different view. This is the forward fold. In this forward fold, I'm just walking it out nice and slow. Remember, nothing is going to be rushed. Initiate that joint stacking like I told you, shoulder over elbow, over wrist. Hands are straight. Of course, like I said, you can rotate through. That kind of helps engage your muscles, keep your core tight. Body is engaged. And you see joint stacking. From here, I'm going to transition into that child's pose. And then I'm just going to rest. This is where I'm gathering energy, breathing, focusing, preparing for the next move. And we're going to come on up. And then from here, we're back in our full-on plank. And now we're going to bring our left knee forward, right knee down, and now we're transitioning into this lunge. Stretching. See how my arms are parallel with my ears? Holding, breathing, and enjoying. Then I'm going to transition down. From here, you're going to bring that trailing leg, bring that front leg back, transition legs, trailing knee goes down, arms go up, and now we are holding it. We are breathing, we are focusing, we are making sure that we are enjoying this pose. And then, of course, from here, we're going to transition down, shift the weight, transition back, and now we're going to move into our warriors. So our warrior, we're going to come up, and as you see, I sink down, right? Checking my form, making sure that I'm paying attention to my arm placement. Coming down, bringing that trailing knee up, coming back into my warrior stance. This is a strong and powerful pose. I am holding my body together. Arms are up by my ears. I am breathing. I am bringing my hands down. And now I'm transitioning into my downward dog. This is what it looks like from the side. So in this pose, your goal is to try to bring your chest to your quadriceps. That's the intent. You want to feel as though your chest is trying to touch your quadriceps. I know it sounds crazy, but it definitely is helpful. And then we go back into our full-on plank. Now we're going to transition back into our forward fold. Of course, like I said, you always want to gather energy. So I'm gathering energy, leaning forward, and in that forward fold. Now, like I said, you can rest your hands on your feet, your ankles. You can bring them up to your shins if needed. You can bring them to your knees. However you need to get into this pose, just do it. I like to kind of put my hands under my toes. It just makes me feel comfortable. And sometimes I'll grab my elbows just to kind of rest. Or I'll bring my hands out in front of me. And then we come up front, breathe up, exhale down. And now I'm going to face the camera to show you as I inhale up, gathering energy, exhale down, inhale up, gathering energy, exhale down, inhale up, gather energy, and straight into my forward fold. It should be a really smooth and simple flow just because of the intention of the actual stretch. Should be fluid. Of course, now I'm still checking the positions that we can do: knees, shins, ankles, or feet, right? Or directly in front of you if you have the flexibility. And just breathe. And then the elbow rock, if you want to hold your elbows and just sink into the stretch. Breathe, breathe, and then we come up. And I'm going to show you just additional poses as far as the warrior one. We're holding here, breathing, sinking into the stretch, transitioning the legs, coming up, coming back down, inhaling up. We're breathing, but our arms are like swords by our ears. We're continuing to breathe, we're focused, we're strong. And then we bring our arms down, we transition back up. Here's our lunge. We're gonna stay in our lunge, deep, deep stretch, and breathe. Breathe through it. This is a really good stretch, especially if you've been doing a lot of running, jumping, leg workouts. It's definitely gonna feel it. Now you're gonna curl that toe, bring that trail leg up, bring that other leg back, Trail leg now becomes the front leg. Rest the other knee and transition up into that stretch and breathe. Breathe, focus. You've got this. You've got this. Breathe through it. And now as we take and transition back, we're gonna move our body back into this downward dog, and just breathe. We're gonna transition. We're going back into that child's pose. And right from this pose, we're just gonna breathe and hold. This is a very strong pose for us. Very, very strong. It helps us gather energy and stay focused. I'm gonna transition into a few stills for you. Here is our warrior. Here's our child's pose. Here is our downward dog, our lunge, and then our forward fold. Oh, okay, so we're done with the yoga poses. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. If there are other ones that you wanna see, put them in the comments as well, and I can go ahead and demonstrate those for you. Like I said, I do them pretty much post-workout, pre-workout sometimes, but just anytime I wanna relax my body, anytime I just kinda wanna reset. So give me some feedback. I hope you have a great day. Take care.